Hello, guys, and welcome to your final section of verbal training, and that will be ordering words and sentences. So, guys, what is ordering words and sentences? Word order refers to the way words are ordered or arranged in a sentence. The standard word order in English is subject followed by a word followed by an object or the predicate. To determine the proper sequence of words, you need to understand what the subject, verb, and object are. So, ordering of words. Rehearse the parts which are labeled P, Q, R, and S to produce the correct sentence. Alright, guys, let's look back into a couple of episodes ago before we understood the concept of subject verb agreement. We understand the 7 rules of subject verb agreement that we have studied there. Keeping those guidelines in mind, let's solve the upcoming questions. Also, don't hesitate to try different grammatical concepts which also make sense here. And also, I'll be giving you a quick hack on how to go in between these four options that is given in front of you. That way, you can save a lot of time on choosing the appropriate sentence. So, choose the proper sequence. So, question number 1. So the sentence starts with when he and followed by you will be given the 4 sentences which is to be used. And now let's see the options. So guys, so this is the question. When he followed by PQRS, you're reading the options as I speak. I'll read once for you. So did not know, he was nervous and heard the hue and cry at midnight, what to do? So let us see which of the options that we have here. So RQPS, QSPR, SQPR, and PQRS. So let's start with option A, RQ, P, and S. So let's try the permutation combination here. When he heard the hue and cry at midnight, he was nervous and did not know what to do. Well, there you have it. We just found the answer. That's option A. The subject, verb, and agreement fits appropriately here. There's no sense of having any sort of confusion. So that way, you don't have to look at the other options at all. Now, considering if option A is the answer, so if that answer was replaced in option D, so it would be really cumbersome for you to try it. So usually one of the best order techniques that we can follow is check with the first option and the last option. And if it doesn't work, you can do with the rest. You might be thinking, what is this? We pretty much do this all the time. So what difference does it make? So these questions are strategically placed, guys. So remember, this is a competitive exam. This is not an exam where you score the highest marks. So even if you lose 1 or 2 questions, it might make little difference because all these questions are strategically placed. So most of the times when it comes to questions like these, usually the options might be at the extreme ends. Because as you know, even for solving this the fastest, you need to keep thinking with your mind and not just your brains. So you get to have to be a little creative, not just working like a workhorse all the time. So here in this question, we got option A as the correct answer. So we don't have to look further. However, there is a couple more tips that I will help you in the next question. So let's see that. So question number 2. It has been established that, let's look at the options here, P, Q, R, and S. So it has been established that, so P is Einstein was, although a great scientist, weak in arithmetic right from his school days. Now the options given to us are, okay guys, now this is a quick tip in which you can remove undesirable starting points. So this is a technique which I personally use it most of the time when solving such questions. So let's look at the first character in the options here in option A, B, C, and D. What's the first character that is in common? So A starts with S, B starts with Q, C also starts with Q, and D starts with R. So B and C has Q as a common starting point. So Let us see if any one of those will fit appropriately. So let's try with option B. So it has been established that although a great scientist, Einstein was weak in arithmetic right from his school days. There you have it. We just found out the correct answer. However, let us assume that the correct answer was in option C. So option C was, it has been established that although a great scientist, Einstein was, right from his school days, weak in arithmetic. The subject of agreement is lost when it comes to S and R. So option C gets negated there. So you have got the answer as option B. Let's put the other two just for consideration here. So option A is SRPQ. It has been established that right from his school days, weak in arithmetic, we lost subject and verb agreement there. So option A is negated. Coming to option D here, RQ, P and S. So it has been established that weak in arithmetic and we lost contact right there immediately. So undoubtedly the answer is option B. It has been established that although a great scientist, Einstein was weak in arithmetic right from his school days. So question number 3. Dash, it has been prized by man for 1,000 years. So we have to fill in the blank by rearranging the 4 options that's been given. So here the PQRS has been replaced by ABCD. So option A is that almost jade is a gemstone and glows. So let us see the options that's been given to us. Oh, it's written in lowercase, option A and B, C and D. So, and again, let's see the starting common starting points of the characters in the options given. So we have option A and option D with a common starting, that's option, that's the character B. So BCAD and BACD. So let's start with option A here. So B is jade is a gemstone that almost glows. So option A is the right answer. However, assuming it's on another position, let's implement the same in the rest of the options here. So option D, we read it as jade is that almost, and clearly we lost the subject verb agreement right there. That phrase makes no sense. So stop wasting your time there. So negate option D. So option B and C. Let's see option B first. So DACB, that's glows that almost a gemstone jade is. So again, there is no appropriate sentence formation there, so it's negated immediately. Coming to option C, CABD, that's a gemstone that almost jade is glows. And again, the subject verb agreement is not going hand in hand, so the correct answer is option A. Jade is a gemstone that almost glows. It has been prized by men for 1,000 years. So I hope these tips and tricks will help you in solving such questions in a much quicker pace. Keeping these tips and tricks and the techniques in mind, I want you to take up a quick test to solve the similar type of questions, and I'll see you in the next part of the same video. So get out of this video, solve the paper, and I'll meet you in the next one.